Okay, I apologize for that. I believe had a little bit of a technical difficulty on my end, but yeah, I do appreciate you for joining back in. Hey, Mike, sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical issues on my end, but appreciate you joining back in. So again, to kind of dive into the charts a little bit more here, we can see that the crypto's been, Bitcoin specifically has been, really struggling to close above that $100,000 mark for the day. Yesterday we did close around the 96,900 mark with a peak of around 102. So as I was saying just before the issue happened there, if we switch back over to the coin market cap, let me just turn on the dark theme here. If we switch over to CoinMarketCap, I find this chart a little easier to look at, and then we can get a little bit more technical if needed. So if we look back at like the 2020 to 2022 time frame for the Bitcoin bull run back then, we can see that early 2020, Bitcoin was trading around half of its previous all-time high, which was right around the $20,000 mark. So from there, we did see, towards, the Bitcoin halving happened. Of course, there were some other large events going on that year, but kind of coming down towards October, November, we really saw Bitcoin jump towards that $20,000, almost touching its all-time high back in early December of 2020. It got to about $19,205, which was about $1,000 off the all-time high from the previous bull run. Now, when we look just further up to the next peak, was the kind of first week of January had finished, and we were sitting right around that, let me see here, right around a $40,000 price for Bitcoin. So essentially in just over a month, Bitcoin price doubled its previous all-time high. Now, what's really different about, this year's bull run is, as you already know, we've already crossed the all-time high. Now, we haven't doubled that all-time high yet, which that's, totally understandable because, we have a lot more work to do to get to that point. But, with that being said, I think we will continue to see higher price increases. Of course, there is a new administration coming in the United States that is seeming to be very positive towards crypto, so that should also help as we progress into 2025. Now, continuing to go back and look at these, kind of timing bubbles here, you can see that Bitcoin kind of topped out around its all-time high for the, next period before a little bit of a low in April, mid-April of 2021. So again, applying that rough estimate here, which 61,000 would have been that 3x on the original all-time high of 20,000, we may see a peak before a little bit of a slowdown in Bitcoin price in about 5 months. So we could still have 5 months of relatively consistent gains. Now, with that being said, I think we will continue to see these gains. I don't necessarily know if we're going to see Bitcoin 3x the $60,000 all-time high from last year's bull, or the last bull run, not last year's, but definitely could see it continue to go. And real quick, it does look like we have 4 people in the live stream here, so definitely appreciate you coming back in. If you were in originally and ran into some issues, I don't know what happened with the, the live stream there, but please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to put something in the chat. Always happy to address and take a quick look at those. So overall, then following that, by towards the end of 2021, actually, mid-November, Bitcoin hit its all-time high, again, according to CoinMarketCap here. The all-time high of 64,455 around mid-November. So even though the kind of summer of 2021, so about a year after the last Bitcoin halving, was relatively slow and actually lost some money, we did come all the way back before kind of dropping off for the slow period of crypto before we got to the 2024, Bitcoin halving. And of course, we have followed a very similar path. Now, of course, there are differences every year. If we went and compared 2020 to the 2016-2017 bull run, there would be some differences, both in price and timing and all of that. So while we do continue to see really awesome prices for Bitcoin, I think we will continue to see that through the next few months. But your guess is as good as mine as to where that kind of all-time high will end up and when that will be. But we do have several different bull runs, several different Bitcoin halvings that we can go back and take a look at and use to better estimate, where we may see those all-time highs across the board. So definitely, definitely use these charts. This was just a quick look at it, and kind of switching back over to the. Let me refresh here to the trading view one here. We can see that Bitcoin did try and break back below $90,000 just a few weeks ago, but it did seem to hold that $90,000 line pretty well. Another line it kind of seems to be holding is that 95,000. So, I think if we do see it drop back down, it may drop back down to the $90,000 range. If it does kind of drop further than that, we will see it probably back in the 86 to 87 range. So I think we do still have some room for it to go down, but more or less, I think when you look at Bitcoin over the next few weeks, it will be on a trend upward. So hopefully these small little kind of insignificant down days don't scare too many people. 0.13% down. Of course, no one likes to see red, but that's really nothing in the kind of grand scheme here, especially just looking at the like the 1 month chart. A month ago, beginning of November 7th, Bitcoin was $75,000, almost $76,000. So since then, if we take that all-time high of about $103,000, it's up over $25,000 in 1 month. So, in that month, there were days where it did drop far more than just 0.13%. So I think a lot of people panic when they see a red percentage for the day, but I really don't think that's too concerning, for crypto. For Bitcoin, maybe a drop like that in stocks could be a little bit concerning, but here in Bitcoin, I don't think there's anything to be too worried about. And it does look like we have 5 people here in the stream. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to Bitcoin Tips. Feel free to leave anything with questions, comments, coin reviews, things like that in the live chat. Happy to take a look at those and help give my thoughts on where coins may be going. Of course, we are in the bull run right now. A lot of indicators also say we're in an altcoin season. I don't really think we're fully in an altcoin season yet, but based off all the indicators, they are correct. So I do think we'll still see things like Bitcoin break out and go further up. But with that being said, a lot of these indicators do also say that we are in a altcoin season, so altcoins are doing really well. So Mike, you wanted to also take a quick look at Litecoin. I know Litecoin's been doing really well, up 30% this week. So, kind of taking a look at their all-time chart again here. In the previous bull run, they got to about $347. And the bull run prior to that was about $349. So to make it easy, we can say that Litecoin basically matched its all-time high. It didn't go above, it was very slightly below. Now this time around, it's really hard to say. When it comes to some of these altcoins, especially a coin like Litecoin, it didn't really distinguish a lot from its previous bull runs. So my personal opinion, my personal strategy, because I am still holding Litecoin, would be to basically just estimate that $340 to $350 is going to be the all-time high. There's no real indication saying that it's going to go any higher than that. The past 2 bull runs, that's what it's done. So I'm not saying it's going to get there, but I do think, it is going to continue going up. And real quick, it does look like we have 9 people in the stream now. So again, thank you so much for joining. Please consider hitting the like button and subscribing if you haven't already. Really do like to get any comments, questions, things you want to hear about in that live chat. So I do appreciate you for stopping by. Also, share this live stream with your friends and family so everybody can continue to learn about cryptocurrency. Now is one of the best times to be making profits in crypto, so I'd hate for anybody to miss out on it just because they weren't aware of some of the channels like mine here on YouTube sharing information. But yeah, so taking a quick look here, if we switch back over to Trading View and look up Litecoin, if I could type here, let's see, Litecoin to US dollar, we'll go with the Coinbase chart. And again, this will be different based off any of the charts you really look at. You can see Litecoin really traded sideways for the last few months, and really only recently towards kind of the middle of November is when it started to kind of break out and go up. So like I said, I do still have some Litecoin. I think, for me personally, I would just say that, the previous all-time highs is, whoops, that, when I refreshed the page, it got rid of my Litecoin chart. But, I would think the previous all-time high for this is probably where I would say, if you're planning on selling and cashing out of your Litecoin, that's what I would say. If it gets to that price, personally for me, that's when I would say, all right, I think this is as high as it's going to go, but that's based off the information we have right now. So if 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, Litecoin's development team comes out and says we've got this great new feature, this is a way we're going to revolutionize Litecoin's project, that might totally change. So again, this information, not financial advice, it's based on data right now, and as you are probably aware, crypto is always changing. Things that I say tonight may be different an hour after this live stream ends or a year after. So, always do your own analysis. But these are some of the things that I kind of like to look at when I look at the charts. So I do hope you can take some of those points and use them on your own. Low Roller, nice to see you here. I see you jumped in. Mike, I promise I'm not skipping your message there. But yes, Low Roller, nice to see you. Haven't been doing many live streams lately. Been having more luck with the pre-recorded videos, but still here uploading on YouTube about 3 times a week. So definitely, trying to keep up with that as well. And to the 10 people who are here, thank you so much for joining. Please feel free to join Mike and Low Roller in the chat with any questions, any sites, coins you'd like to take a look at, things like that. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Mike, you said that was a great analysis, especially with ETFs and talks of strategic BTC reserves for Bitcoin could surprise a lot of people. Yes, I think there was a lot of excitement earlier this year around the approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs, and we really didn't see a huge impact when they first came out, but now I think we are really starting to see a lot of additional money come into crypto through those. And yeah, like you said, I know a lot of that BTC reserve, that's all very speculative right now. Of course, a lot of people are in support of it, which is great, but until it actually happens, I really don't think we should count on it too much. But like you said, it could just come out of nowhere and surprise all of us and really help push the price of Bitcoin. And of course, if the price of Bitcoin is getting pushed up, chances are a lot of these other cryptocurrencies, whether they be things like Litecoin, which is an altcoin, but a very stable, not necessarily stable, but well-known, not meme coin, altcoin. I think a lot of people these days, a lot of the videos you see out there are about these new meme coins and people, thinking that they're going to be the next, Dogecoin or the next Shiba Inu or something like that. And, with how easy it is to create cryptos today, but based on, whether it's its own blockchain or based on something like Solana or Ethereum, there's a lot of new coins popping up. So, with that being said, I think you got to be real careful with those. And coins like Litecoin, XRP, those kind of coins, they're around, they're going to be here, and I think they're going to continue to go up, especially if something like that with the BTC reserves does happen. Low Roller, you said without Litecoin, no Dogecoin. That's very true. It's based off the same, kind of setup. But, I think Litecoin definitely has a place. It's still number 22 on CoinMarketCap, and it's been around almost as long as Bitcoin. So there is still a lot of people interested in Litecoin. There are still a lot of faucets and cloud mining that pays out in Litecoin. With that, really good base behind it, I think we will continue to see Litecoin stay relevant. Just based off the data that we have, I just struggle to see if it will get much higher than that $350 mark. But again, if we do start to see, institutional investors coming in and purchasing, tons and tons of Bitcoin, we may start to see some of that money trickle into smaller coins like Litecoin. So I think we do still have a lot of potential for a coin like Litecoin. And Mike, you said very cool. And what would you say would be the sell target for Digibyte? That's a good one, because I do, I do still have some Digibyte as well. This one, oh, let's see. Maybe I clicked on the wrong one there. And maybe I clicked too quickly, but I clicked on Digible. So let's see here. Digibyte currently priced at about 1.8 cents, up about 4% today. So that's nice to see. Now, in the previous bull run, they're actually looking very similar to the Litecoin chart here, where if I could get the mouse to focus, they were priced at right around the 14.5 to 15 cent range. I'll just kind of estimate. Prior to that, they were right up around the 13-cent range. So they were only about 2 cents higher in the last bull run than they were in their first kind of bull run when they were around. So I would almost say, for me, Digibyte, like I said, I do still have some, but it is definitely a coin that's kind of on the back burner for me. I don't actively collect any. It's just kind of what I mined way back in the day. For me, based off this chart, I would say anywhere from 13 to 15 cents would be where I would think to sell off. Maybe it'll make it up to 20 cents, and that's something that maybe you can come to with your own analysis. Like I said, I haven't been doing a ton of research on Digibyte lately, so I know they had a very interesting program when they first came out with the multi-algorithm coin mining. I'm sure there are other coins out there that do that now, but this coin, I think, again, currently placed 261 on CoinMarketCap. It's got room to grow with only 21 billion coins, and I say only because a lot of these meme coins have way more than that. So, again, this is another good one to kind of just have and hold on to. We've seen it. It can come back from, a low of less than a penny, about 0.3 of a penny, all the way up to, that 15-cent range in, let's see, that was about a year. A little over a year, it went from, 0.3 of a penny up to 15 cents. So who's to say that can't happen again? Because just a few weeks ago, this was priced at 0.5 of a penny. So we're in a very good position to see it go from, this 1.8 cent range up to a 13 to 15 cent coin. And real quick, I see we have 12 people in the live stream here, so thank you so much for joining in. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Tips, and make sure to leave a chat in the live comment section. Join Mike, join Low Roller. If you have any questions about coins, any questions about sites, or just want to see a chart analysis here, definitely leave a comment, and I'll do my best to address it there. So, Mike, hopefully that kind of helps there. And Low Roller, you said there are so many new meme coins today, and that's very true. Like I said, every time I refresh this page here, there's almost always a new coin on the DEX scan that has come out that I've never even heard of. It's a day old, and a lot of them are on Solana, which is why I decided to get a little bit of Solana, just because this chain seems extremely popular right now. And hey, all these coins are supporting the Solana network through fees, through setups, things like that. So even if they are kind of, in my opinion, really sketchy meme coins that I would never purchase, it's helping the big overall coin for Solana. So definitely cool. And then, yeah, Low Roller, you said Ethereum Classic is another underrated coin. I know you're a big fan of that coin here. Taking a look at their all-time chart here, in the 2018 bull run, they got up to about $42. And in the 2021 bull run, they got up to $119, almost $120. So priced at about $37 here. There's over $100 worth of potential earnings, assuming they get back up to that kind of range again. So, again, I think this is a great coin. I know, Low Roller, you've been a big fan of this coin for a while. So I definitely hope you were able to, scoop some more up and build up your holdings here, maybe in mid-2022 when it was only about $13, $14 a coin. And, hey, even just a month ago at the beginning of November, it was $17 a coin. So it's over doubled in just the last month. So definitely another underrated coin to keep your eye on here if you're looking for new coins to add to your holdings. So Mike just said hello to Low Roller. I know I'm a little far behind on the chats here, but Low Roller said, you believe Litecoin can go to $1,000 since so many people holding Litecoin, Litecoin being the silver of cryptos. I would have said yes to that in the last bull run. I do think that it is very possible, but I just don't know that there is enough interest around it because, like you said, there's a lot of people holding it, and I think a lot of the people holding it are in a similar position as me, where I got a bunch of Litecoin, back in 2018, 2019, and I just haven't sold it. I haven't bought any more. It just kind of sits there. It's not actively traded or anything like that. So I think what Litecoin needs is a lot of new people coming into the coin, and especially seeing 2 bull runs in a row where it topped out around that $350 mark. I just struggle to see if it's going to get much higher than that. I do think there is potential. I just don't know if we'll see that happen, especially without like a big change or anything like that. And yeah, it's been around since 2010, but as we've seen, of course, Bitcoin kind of gets a free pass being the OG crypto. If you're not developing a lot, not adding new features, improving on your network, something's going to come out that's better, whether you think so or not, and it's going to take over on the coin market cap. It's going to take over in popularity, and that just means a lot of the new money is going to go towards those newer coins. All right, had to take a quick drink there, but again, thank you to everyone who is here. It looks like we've got 10 people. Make sure to share this stream with your friends and family if they aren't already a member of the Bitcoin Tips community. I'd hate to see anybody miss out on great gains here in the crypto bull run just because they weren't aware of channels on YouTube that are sharing how to do analysis like this and talking about other cryptos, as well as the community behind it, everyone kind of sharing sites and ways to earn more crypto. So definitely make sure to share and, of course, like and subscribe. But Mike, you said, basically said the same thing as Low Roller, a possible $1,000 for Litecoin. Been watching this channel since Bitcoin was $3,000. Today it's $100K. In a few years, it might be $1 million. That is absolutely true. That's awesome that you've been watching since Bitcoin was $3,000. I've been doing things with crypto since Bitcoin was about $200. So it's definitely come a long way. I started the original Bitcoin Tips back in about 2015, and was real happy when Bitcoin hit $1,000. So continuing to see it hit $100,000, I absolutely agree with you. I don't think $1 million is in the next few months. That would be awesome, but I really don't think that'll happen. But maybe in the next bull run 4 years from now, I think there's a very good possibility of that. Low Roll, you said you've heard a lot of people discussing a Litecoin ETF. That's interesting. I hadn't heard anything specifically about a Litecoin ETF, but I do know they're looking at other ETFs for crypto similar to Bitcoin because the Bitcoin ones have done so well. So that could actually really help it as well. So yeah, maybe having Litecoin just as a little percentage of your overall crypto portfolio is a good idea, just to kind of have that on the side for you to earn and see that as crypto continues to move up in value. And welcome to the few new people who may have joined in. I see we're up to 11 people here. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you do have any questions or want to hear about any coins, feel free to leave a chat in the live comments. So let's see here, and Low Roller said Digibyte doesn't have a lot of followers. That's why the price doesn't go up. And yeah, unfortunately with cryptos, like I said, Digibyte was a really awesome coin when it first came out. And I think it had a lot of followers back then. But unfortunately, with crypto today, it is a really tough position for the development teams and the project teams with these coins because like we were just saying with meme coins, it's so easy to make a new coin. It's so easy to come up with an idea that maybe doesn't last a while but is popular for 6 months, and if it's popular enough, it'll take away attention from coins that have really good use cases, really good kind of coding and blockchains and things like that. So, unfortunately, I think if development teams try and split their time, whether it be between a regular full-time job or different cryptocurrency projects, it just won't work out. You really have to be fully on all the time until you get to something like an Ethereum or a Solana or a Binance, where you've got a big platform or a big network of smaller coins behind it that kind of helps support it. You can kind of back off a little bit, but of course you can't just stop. So, I think, not saying that's what happened with Digibyte, but I suspect they weren't, fully marketing all the time for the coin, since it's been a little bit of a smaller coin for a while now. And then, yes, Tron did finally reach all-time highs. That was another really popular coin here the last week. It was up over 100% one of the days this week, where we went from, just a week ago about 20 cents a coin all the way up to 43 cents a coin. So Tron, another one that has been around for a while, was really popular with the DApp games back. I'm sure they're still out there, but I haven't played them in a while. So that's another really good one to keep an eye on. It's moved itself into number 10 on the CoinMarketCap, so a new top 10 coin. And of course, all-time high since 2018, which we didn't even see in the last bull run. So, that's another good one. I mean, right now in crypto, it's pretty hard to not have a coin that's going up, but there are coins that do go down, and a lot of them are some of the smaller coins. So, the more popular Tron, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, Solana, those are all consistently going up. Maybe you're not seeing things like the Peanut the Squirrel coin where it went up 2,000% seemingly overnight, but the chances that you're going to find the next Peanut the Squirrel coin are probably pretty small. So, and Mike, you said, yes, that's great. Did you buy Solana? What else did you buy normally? Because normally you don't buy crypto. So yeah, if I maybe mentioned that I bought Solana, I meant I traded some other cryptos, so I didn't actually invest in it. I just kind of decided to, it was actually some Litecoin. I decided, I'm going to, take some of my Litecoin and I'm going to convert it to Solana. I did that just because I think, like I said, from what I've seen, pretty much every day you refresh the page, there's a whole new set on the trending on Dex Scan page, and they're almost always on the Solana chain. So to me, that means there's a lot of people putting money into Solana because they need it for fees to purchase this. Maybe they're doing liquidity farming. Maybe they're just, starting up a new project and they need to fund it. But you start to look at some of these, like this Griffin Soul pair. I have no idea what this is. It's number 1 right now, but it has a 2.47 million liquidity pool right now. So that is a huge chunk of Solana that was purchased, not necessarily by just one person, but a ton of different people to build this liquidity pool supporting this coin. And if we click into here, this coin, they've got a little bit of a different chart. This coin is only a month old. It came out in beginning of November. So this is a very new coin. If we look at this next one down, another 217K. This is only 2 days old, and there's already a $200,000 liquidity pool. Solana is needed for that. People are buying Solana to support the liquidity. People are buying Solana to trade these pairs. And I think that's a really good sign for Solana. That's the reason I decided to put some Solana in my holdings, just because even if you're not interested in these coins, you don't want to take the risk on them. Someone's buying the Solana to cover the fees, to run the network. It's awesome to see. And very rarely do you see, in the top 5 at least, another chain, such as like here we have like Uniswap on Ethereum. Eventually you'll get some other, there's like the TON network, the Binance is in here as well, so there are others out there, but with that, I think that Solana is almost always in the top 5, which to me is a really good sign for the main kind of parent Solana coin. So that's kind of why I decided to get some Solana there. And you said, and Low Roller said, Crypto.com is a good place to buy new meme coins because so Crypto.com is a good place to it's possible to get listed on Coinbase and Robinhood. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to go from regular fiat currency straight into crypto or straight into meme coins, things like Coinbase, Crypto.com, Robinhood, those are all always kind of listing coins here and there. So definitely, really cool to see those as well. And then you said ETC reached $200 in 2021 and asked how my faucet earnings are in the bull run. And faucet earnings, while they haven't necessarily dropped if you look at it from the fiat currency standpoint, they are lower in terms of crypto, but that's to be expected. Faucets do really well during the kind of slower period of crypto, not during a bull run, but that doesn't mean you can't use them right now. Some of the faucets that I've been using, Free Bitcoin, the auto faucets like the Dutchy site, autofaucet.org, Fire Faucet, they're all paying out really, really well. And it's, as you continue to see, like Dogecoin was 20 cents a month and a half, 2 months ago. If you withdrew some Dogecoin back then, you've doubled your money. So even if it isn't a lot, you're still building your holdings slowly. Even if you went ahead and just invested everything, up front, building up your holdings, getting a few extra coins here and there is never a bad thing. So I do think faucets will always have a spot in crypto as long as it's profitable for the faucet as well. Which I think we're going to start to run into issues with as prices continue to go up. So, and then Low Roll, you asked, are you collecting free diamonds every day in Crypto.com? If you collect 25 diamonds, you earn free CRO coins. I have not been doing that, but I will definitely check that out. And Mike, you said, do you remember when you told the story, I won half a Bitcoin on Coinbase? Yeah, back in the day, it was much easier to get, whole portions of Bitcoin. I mean, I know when I first started using faucets, the $200, I'll say like grand prize if you won it was, over 1 Bitcoin. Now, would it have been great to win that? Of course, but unfortunately, I never did win and still haven't won that full $200 prize yet. But real quick, I do see there's 11 people here. I've seen that kind of fluctuating, so if there are new viewers in the stream, thank you so much for joining. Please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to Bitcoin Tips. We do have the super chats available, as well as just the regular live chat if you do have any questions, coins you'd like to take a look at, or crypto sites as well. Let's see here. Low Roller said the retail investors aren't here in this bull run yet, and yeah, I think that's a great call out. I think we are still very early in the bull run. Looking back at the previous charts, we didn't see a really crazy all-time highs until 3, 4, 5 months into the following year of the Bitcoin halving. So following that rough time frame, I don't think we're going to see top all-time highs for some of these cryptos for another 3 to 5 months, if not longer. So we are really still early in. I know a lot of people on YouTube are saying, you've already missed the boat, you can't get in now, and I really don't think that's good advice. Yeah, you've missed some of the gains, but that doesn't mean that these are the all-time highs. I think we do still have another at least 6 months of strong earnings, consistent price increases over the next few months. So definitely don't give up just because you don't have anything. And hey, even if you don't want to invest, that kind of brings it back around to the faucets. Do surveys, collect from faucets, build up your crypto through Crypto.com. I know they have like challenges and quizzes and things like that. Do things like that, build it up a little bit. Something's always better than nothing. And then, Mike, you said, are you able to use social analytics from your channel views and subs to gauge where we are in the bull cycle? Do you feel we are early? That's a really good question. So I would say the answer overall is just yes. I have noticed on the YouTube channel that a lot more people have been coming in and viewing the content, new viewers, to the channel. I can't tell if they've watched other crypto videos. Sometimes if they come and find a video of mine on somebody else's, it'll tell me that. But if you just went to YouTube and typed, Bitcoin faucet and clicked one of my videos, all it's going to tell me is that the video was found from a search. So to answer your question, yes, the views on my channel are up, which is awesome. And again, thank you to everybody who does watch the pre-recorded videos as well. Subscribers are up, things like that. So I do believe we are starting to see a lot more interest in crypto. But, similar to what I was just saying to Low Roller's point, I think we are still very early in the bull run cycle. We haven't even hit a year since the halving, and looking at the previous charts, that's really when things started to kick off. So I do think we still have some more time, but to answer your question, yes, it does appear from the YouTube side of things, at least, that new people are coming in. And then Low Roller said the OG Dogecoin Mars have been around. Not totally sure what you mean by that, but I do still have some of the Doge on Mars. That one hasn't done too well. It's kind of just been trading sideways. I guess, it says the volume's up pretty well this today, but if we look back at like the week, they're up about 24%, which is not bad, 62% this month. But when you get into a coin like this, I think a lot of people, and maybe even including myself, are expecting to see something like Shiba Inu type gains or Dogecoin type gains, which, hey, that may still be coming down the line. It's hard to say. This was definitely a one of those kind of, I set it up to mine through Unmineable, got some coins, and I just said, whatever happens to them, happens to them. I think they're worth about $15 is what I've got right now, and, hey, it's one of those that if it does drop off 2, 3, 4 zeros real quick, that would be awesome, but I'm not holding my breath for this one. It's just kind of one of those extra ones in the portfolio for fun. At least that's how I look at it. And then Low Roller, you said Floki Inu did well this bull run compared to Doge on Mars, baby Dogecoin. So yeah, I know my friend at Kevin's Crypto Tips, he is a big fan of the baby Dogecoin. He's done quite a bit with them, so I know I get some updates from him every now and then on baby Dogecoin, but I don't have any of those. And then, Low Roller, you said Redcoin, Bytecoin haven't recovered since it was a popular coin in 2017. Verges might end up Redcoin, Bytecoin, and Dentalcoin. I actually, again, mentioning Kevin's Crypto Tips, he messaged me today that Redcoin was doing really well. So I don't have any Redcoin. I used to. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any more, but they are up 862% today. So, like you said, not back to where they were, but if you had purchased some coins a few days ago, you'd be pretty happy right about now seeing it go up that much. But for some reason, they have an all-time high of $305. I think that's a glitch on CoinMarketCap's end. But if we move that out and take that glitch out of there, yeah, their all-time high in 2018 was about about 1.9 cents, almost 2 cents. So they do still have a little bit of growing to do to get back to there. Again, this is one of those ones that if you're looking for something to have as kind of that gamble type coin, it might go up, it might go to nothing. This is a good one to have. It's been around for a while. It had a lot of popularity in the past, but from there, I think we'll have to, just kind of see where they go. But, and then, Mike, you said, excellent work. What are your thoughts on Hedera H-bar? That is a new crypto to me. I think I've seen it on, so it's in the top 20. That's why I kind of recognize it. I don't know anything about this one, so I don't want to speak about it too much, but it does look like it is on a strong path towards its all-time high. Back in 2021, it was about 45 cents, and it's already up to about 34. So it does look like it's on a strong path ahead. Like I said, I don't know much about this. I don't have this coin, so I don't want to speak too much about it. But hey, being in the top 20 cryptos on CoinMarketCap, I always like to say, you don't accidentally find yourself on the really just the top 100 of CoinMarketCap, let alone the top 20, top 10, or even top 5. You don't just find yourself there on accident. So there's got to be some good merit to it. Again, being 33 cents, it could be a good coin to have, as it goes up, if you're able to get a decent amount of them for not too expensive right now. So, of course, your gains would be better the more you have, but it is still a fairly decently priced coin, so you can't be, probably putting too much in to get, 100,000 coins or something like that. But give me 1 second here. I'm just going to grab a quick drink. I'll turn some music up here. But again, I do appreciate everybody joining in. I'll be back in about a minute. Awesome. I appreciate the quick break, but again, to the 8 people who are here, I really appreciate everyone joining in. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. And again, please feel free to join Mike and Low Roller in the chat. I'd love to hear from some other people, see what you're interested in crypto, and take a look at any coins that you may be holding. So again, I do appreciate everybody for joining in. So, back to the chats here. I see Low Roller, you said, people used to earn 5 Dogecoin every 60 seconds in 2015 in faucet earnings. We miss those good old days. Yeah, earning Dogecoin from faucets and even mining back in the day was super easy. I know there was a cloud mining site I was in, had a decent, kind of speed on the cloud mining site back in the day. It was called Metzer. Mike, you may remember it from the old Bitcoin channel. I don't know. I know you said you've been watching since Bitcoin was $3,000. I don't remember when Bitcoin hit 3,000, but this was way back, probably 2016, 2017 at the oldest. But it was a great cloud mining site. They ended up going away, but I was earning about 100,000 Dogecoin a month, I believe. I don't think it was a week. But, just to give you a perspective of where Dogecoin used to be in terms of earnings. So definitely really, really awesome, back then. And, you wish you held on to those. But, unfortunately, I do still have Dogecoin that I did earn from faucets and cloud mining and actually staking through StakeCube. They gave an interest on Dogecoin, but unfortunately I don't have 100,000 a week or a month level of Dogecoin. So maybe we probably won't get back to that, but there will always be new coins that you can earn lots of through faucets, especially with meme coins and faucet sites like the Dutchy site that kind of add some of those meme coins. You can kind of replicate that, but then again, you don't know if it's going to do the same thing that Dogecoin did, kind of going up so well right now. But investing in meme coins, mining meme coins through Unmineable, that's a great way to get some coins and kind of hold on to them and have that little bit of a lucky coin in your holdings, in addition to those safe coins that you may have. So let's see here and find out where I was in the chat. But okay, Low Roll, you said the altcoin season start in January of 25. I do agree. I think we will be more in an altcoin season come 2025. A lot of the indicators here on CoinMarketCap and some of the other sites do say we are in an altcoin market now. I don't really think that's necessarily true because to me, an altcoin market is Bitcoin is either trading really steady sideways or down. And I think, even though we have seen a little bit of sideways trading for Bitcoin, more or less it's going up. Every week it seems to be hitting a new all-time high, even if it's not a crazy all-time high compared to the week before, but that's still going up. And yes, altcoins are going up, but so is Bitcoin. And there, I guess, isn't always an official definition of an altcoin season, but to me, Bitcoin's got to be kind of stable or going down, which of course we don't want to see, but eventually will happen, and we'll be in a bigger, stronger altcoin market. And Mike, you said if you could also compare the current Bitcoin chart with the 2016 cycle, would love to hear what you think we're in. Wow, can't even read. Love to hear where you think we are compared to the 2016 cycle. So yeah, let me take a quick look here. Again, I'm just going to start on CoinMarketCap. So if I, let's see. So the 2016 through probably, mid 2018, I'll say. So, Bitcoin, and of course I went way too far. Bitcoin halved probably right around, I bet this flag is, Bitcoin's second halving right here in July. It was priced at $660 right when it did halve. Later that year, kind of right around where we are now, early December, it was $764. So it's kind of hard to kind of grasp what that was like, because going from $600 to $700 nowadays is nothing. Nobody's talking about if Bitcoin goes up $100, but back in the day, that was a huge deal. That was a lot of money for crypto, Bitcoin specifically, to kind of go up in value. So, that was only maybe 6 months after the halving, so timeline shifted a little bit. We're 8 months out of the halving now, and we're starting to see all-time highs. Bitcoin then crossed into the $1,000 mark, which I would say back then was equivalent to Bitcoin crossing into the $100,000 mark today. It was one of those, people said it's never going to hit $1,000. It's, it's this new thing. It's not worth that, all of those things. So that was a huge, kind of resistance level. And that was, early 2017, about, end of February. So, 2 months into 2017. And then, by the end of 2017, well, I guess what I'll do is go to the, July-ish. So about a year after that second halving, Bitcoin had gone from about $650 to $2,402. So it was up, 4 or 5x from its halving. Again, that was a year out. We're still, about 4 to 5 months out from the year mark of this Bitcoin halving. And then after that, we get to the end of 2017, so about a year and a half after that second halving, Bitcoin hits its all-time high and starts to trade down. Again, according to this, right now it says it was about $19,106. I think pretty much everyone in crypto agreed that it was $20,000. Really depended on the exchange that you were on. But it was about a year and a half after the Bitcoin halving was when it started to trade down. Now again, if we look at 2020 real quick, third Bitcoin halving happens April 10th. By the time we get to the absolute peak, almost a year and a half later. So you see Bitcoin have 5/10 of 2020. By 5/10 roughly of 2021, $55,000. Trades down a little bit, but you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, a year and a half, 11, 14, so a year and a half and 4 days, if you want to say it like that, Bitcoin hits its peak and it starts trading down. So again, very, very rough estimates based off time. Looking at it like that, Bitcoin halved here in 2024. Let's see, they have been pretty good about the call outs here, so let's see if there's another one. It doesn't look like there is. Oh, there's 72 notes. Well, anyways, it was in April this year. Let's see. Bitcoin fourth halving on April 19th. So, again, April 19th, of next year will be the, you know, kind of the year mark. So again, we might be looking at around this time, maybe a few weeks back, you know, into November of next year, could be the top for Bitcoin before we start to trade down. That's based off 2 historical bull runs, a year and a half out, more, you know, give or take a few weeks, is the absolute top for Bitcoin. So with that being said, we may still have another year almost of slow but steady price increase for Bitcoin, meaning that we also have another year of slow but steady increase for altcoins. And like Low Roller said, there will be an altcoin season, a stronger one than we're in now at some point. That might be over the summer of 2025. So you haven't missed the boat. You can still get crypto, whether it be from faucets, mining, investing, whatever your strategy is, there is still time. So all these people on YouTube saying there's not time, don't listen to them. If you are interested in it, find a way to get it. Like I said, whether it be investing, check out some of the videos on this channel. I've got a ton about mining at home, cloud mining, faucets, things like that. Also, we've got about 12 people in the stream, so thank you so much to everybody who has joined in. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to Bitcoin Tips. I'd love to see some other names here in the chat as well. Mike, Low Roller, thank you so much for all of the comments, the chats, your thoughts, your inputs. Really appreciate it, and would love to see some other names here as well. So, Low Roller, you said Coinbase has the free crypto quizzes, and the crypto bull run isn't the same since big institutional are only buying. Yeah, and you know, that's a good call out as well. You know, we have a lot of new products in the crypto space that we didn't have in these other bull runs. We have Bitcoin ETFs, we have talks of Ethereum, Litecoin ETFs, XRP ETFs, you know, things like that that will kind of continue to help drive the price of cryptocurrency over the next year. So while I did a very, very rough estimate based off Bitcoin's historical bull runs, we may continue to see it go even longer than a year and a half, you know, from the Bitcoin halving, and continue to see money come in. So, you know, there's so many different things. No bull run is like the previous. So again, that's just a quick, rough analysis. Of course, none of it's financial advice, but with that being said, it's a somewhat of a pattern that we can see in the chart to give you an idea of where you may be in terms of, you know, kind of where crypto is going, where you might be able to sell and take some of those profits if that's your plan. But it's something to be aware of, especially if you're holding a lot of crypto. So, let's see, and yeah, Low Roll, you said Doge on Mars is still hanging around and alive. Yeah, you know, like I said, it's one of those, you know, kind of lucky coins in the holding. If it goes crazy, that's awesome. I'm not really expecting it to, but I still have some. And then Low Roller said red coin volume is under $100. Is that a dead coin? Yeah, you know, with a coin that low in volume, you know, I would say it's definitely not one I'm rushing out to buy. It says their volume 24 hours is 396, but they're up 862%. So my guess is someone took a few $100 and said, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to buy some of these coins, and if it goes up like crazy, they're going to do really, really well. You know, so that's one of those, you know, I'm not rushing out to buy it. It's interesting to see that it's even still around. But yeah, I would say this is as close to a dead coin as you can be without being at absolute zero for the value. And then you say, yeah, look at the volume, it isn't good. You said Ethereum reaches $4,000. I did see that here at one of the clicks. So yeah, it's back up over $4,000. And you know, looking at its chart, previous bull run was right around that 46 to I guess 4,800. It was flipping around there, but so we still have a lot of movement. And you know, seeing where Ethereum was in 2018, it topped out at around almost $1,300. 2021, almost $5,000. So this year, you know, we may see it get close to that $10,000 mark. So you know, Ethereum, number 2 crypto, still has a lot of things. And again, this one falls into that same kind of bucket that I mentioned a few minutes back with Solana. You know, they may not be as popular as Solana, but they have a huge chain of you know, kind of I'll say altcoins that are built on the Ethereum network. So again, you're still getting fees for people that are, looking to trade these coins, looking to use their swaps. So, you got that growing, and I have heard rumors that there will be an Ethereum ETF at some point. They may have already gotten some. I haven't followed it super closely, but with that, there's a lot of momentum around this one as well. And real quick, again, welcome to everybody who has joined. We've got about 13 people in the stream right now, so thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this stream, and be sure to share it with your friends and family to get everyone into the crypto community. And again, I'd love to see some more names here in the chat. If you have any coins you'd like to hear about or crypto sites, make sure to join Mike and Low Roller in the live chat with some comments and questions. But Low Roller, you said EOBot went bankrupt. Unfortunately, that is true. EOBot was one of the best cloud mining sites I've ever used. They were the first cloud mining site I ever used, and the one that I used the longest, I believe. So, they were a great site. Unfortunately, I think between the I think it was going into the 2018 bull run, kind of 2018. No, I'm sorry. It was closer to the 2020 bull run. I think between that and stricter regulations, they just unfortunately called it. They either weren't able to make money or it was too complicated. But unfortunately, they are no longer around. But they were a great site. So, and then Mike, you said I remember Genesis Mining and ECOS, not the one you mentioned. A different ECOS, not the one that I've mentioned in previous videos. Yeah, because I do still have some mining speed on ECOS. They're a great platform. They've been paying very consistently in Bitcoin. Genesis is still around, but I don't think they are a true company anymore, because I was actually on the site in my account a few months ago, and I had some Bitcoin and Litecoin, a pretty good amount too, that I must have mined way back when I had speed there, but they no longer have a withdraw option. And while support did respond to me right away, I still have yet to get those coins, and that was about a month ago. So unfortunately, I think they're no longer around. Low Roller Mike, not to skip all your other questions, I will come back to those, but Aaron, thank you so much for hopping in the chat. You asked for my thoughts on Jasmy Coin. That is another one that I know is really popular. They've got several different miners out there. So I will start off by saying I do not have any Jasmy coins, but I am somewhat familiar with it. So looking at their all-time chart, they came out in early 2021, valued at about $1.40, very quickly jumped to $4, and I'll just round up 39 cents. Then very quickly dropped off, and they've been trading around let's see. Well, they traded around, anywhere from 1 to 1/10 to a penny. And then, right now they're trading at about 5 cents. So, I know they have a big hardware-based model around them. Having 50 billion coins circulating, I think does put a little bit of a hamper on how high the price can go. Because, when you start to see coins with like very high billion-dollar circulating supplies, just let's say, for example, Jasmy Coin gets to $1 a coin. That gives it a $50 billion market cap, which puts it in number 8 spot. That's assuming nothing else happens with the crypto markets, which is very unrealistic. But, my kind of always response to a question like this one, where it's, looking at a specific coin, I always like to start off looking at the circulating supply and then kind of turn the question back around. So, Aaron, I'm guessing, you asked about Jasmy Coin. Maybe you have some. Maybe you're thinking about getting some. Maybe you've done some reading. My question back to you would be, do you think Jasmy Coin is a number 8 or, top 10 crypto for CoinMarketCap if it was to go back to $1? If the answer is no, then okay, you can cut that in half. Do you think a $25 billion market cap, putting it, at number 11, is it a top 15 crypto at 50 cents a coin? I just think with a lot of these coins, with high circulating supplies, it really puts a lot of pressure on the coin to not grow, just because so much money needs to come into it. To get this coin to $1, you have to have another 20 to 25 billion dollars come into the into this coin specifically. And there's, on CoinMarketCap right now, they say there's 2.4 million cryptos. So while Jasmy has a big hardware base, a mining community, and all that behind it, why should new people come in and purchase this coin? What's going to make people interested in Jasmy? So, without holding it and knowing a lot about it, those are kind of my initial thoughts. Is high circulating supply. While it's absolutely possible to get back up to a $1 coin, I do think getting back up to this, kind of $4 mark, which was probably back when there was a lower circulating supply, not really possible. I think we'd be seeing a $500,000 to $1 million Bitcoin in that case, just because a smaller coin like this, to get hundreds of billions of dollars into it to drive that price up, we would see a lot more money coming into crypto in general. And I think that's just my personal thoughts on it, but I know they've got a good community behind them. There's more listings coming on. They're on Binance, Coinbase. They may be on Robinhood, but there's a lot of great support around this coin. So not to say it's a bad coin, I just don't know how much higher the price will go. But with that being said, they're up 720% this year. So it could have been a good one, but I don't know how much higher it will go from where it's currently at. So, Aaron, hopefully that helps you out, but do definitely appreciate, some additional names here in the chat as well. To the 11 people that are here, thank you so much. Please consider hitting that like button, subscribing, and leaving some chats here with Mike, Aaron, and Low Roller. But to go back up real quick, Low Roller, you said, wow, 100K Dogecoin in a week. Why didn't you keep it? Yeah. Well, that was a long time ago. I think back then, that was maybe $5-10, and not that that's not a lot, but it's not a it's not like $100,000 in Dogecoin today. So, unfortunately, it's just part of crypto. You can't be too upset about it. Same thing that the guy that, bought a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin, or, bought a Lambo with Bitcoin. Back then, it was worth it. You had the money, you had the Bitcoin, you had someone willing to accept it. Why not? So that's part of crypto. It's changed a little bit with some of the more institutional investments, retail investors through things like Robinhood and, Coinbase and all of that, but it's part of it. So can't be too upset about it. So, Low Roll, you said we didn't have a crypto crash like 20 to 30% in one day yet this bull run. I wouldn't be too sad about that, but I'm sure it is coming. And Lower, you said we might break 4-year cycle and no more bear market. That would be interesting. That would be really interesting to see what happened with that. And I think it would be driven by a lot of those more institutional investors. So, we'll have to see what happens with it. I think there's a good chance of that, but I'm not counting on it. I think crypto will still try and force its way back into that 4-year cycle. It may not be as dramatic as we've seen, but I think in some capacity we will see it in that same 4-year cycle. And Mike, you said I kind of want what Low Roller is saying regarding a super cycle. If 1K in 2016 felt like 100K today, it may go to 1 million next year. Who knows? That would be awesome. I don't know that that's going to happen, next year, but it would certainly be really cool if we did get a $1 million Bitcoin, which I think ultimately we will. Whether it's, next year, next 2 years, next 4 years, I don't know, but I do think we will get there eventually. Low Roll, you said Redcoin is a good one to use faucets since it's no risk to you. Yeah, I think they're still on the Dutchy site. They may still have, several faucets out there that are kind of one-off individual faucets. So, if you're looking to kind of build up a small holding of Redcoin, faucets are a great way to do that. And hey, you never know. Someone decides to put $1,000 in, all those coins go up in value really nicely for you. All right, and then Aaron, I did see your thank you, so glad you found it somewhat helpful there. But again, definitely appreciate you coming in and commenting. And let's see, I see a new comment here, ESKAR. Not sure, I'll just say ES. You said, got any Alexar? I will say no, I do not have any of that coin. AXELAR. So no, I've actually not been aware of this coin, but happy to take a quick look at it. Again, I'll say the same thing I said with Jasmy. Well, I guess not necessarily the same thing because I had heard about Jasmy before, but for this one here, so just a quick look. It looks like they've got placed at 126 on CoinMarketCap, so just on the second page, down about 1.4% today to $1.04. Market cap of just over 900 million, volumes 22 million, and total supply right now is 1.18 billion. Their max supply is it says there was no data submitted, so I guess we don't know what the max supply is. So again, right now a 1 billion, and these actually aren't adding up. If there's one, I guess circulating supply is a little bit less. That's why it is. So there's 866 circulating. So looking at their all-time here, they came out September of 22. So they're a fairly new coin. They actually did really well earlier this year. It looks like all the way up to about 237 on March 3rd. $2.37, that is. So, I'm not too familiar with this one. You said check the website with their partners. So, shortest path to scale. So let's see. They've got trusted by leaders. That was kind of a cool transition. Got one of these little animations here. So they've got several different wallets here: Enterprise, Microsoft, MasterCard, JP Morgan, some big banks there too. So bank partners are doing really well. Filecoin, that's one that I'm familiar with. So interesting. Yeah, I'll have to do a little bit more reading about this coin, just to kind of see what their whole deal is. But yeah, I mean, it seems like they've got a decent site. Seems like they've got some good partners as well. So yeah, definitely ES, definitely recommend. Really appreciate you bringing this one up. I will definitely be sure to do a little bit more reading on this one and possibly a full recorded video kind of review on this coin once I can learn a little bit more about it. Being so new, it kind of came out towards the end or kind of bear market season of the last bull run. So this is really its first bull run. So really I'd say the kind of potentials for this one are limitless, as we kind of of course within bounds. Similarly to Jasmy, I would say with an $866 million or million coin circulating supply, how high do you really think this can go? So that is on the higher side, but obviously we've seen like Jasmy with 50 billion. This is much smaller than that, even with their total supply at 1.18. So, this one, to get to a, just making it easy, saying it's, the total supply of 1.1, to have a $10 coin, you're looking at a $10 billion market cap. That's a lot more manageable, and you've got, a 9x on your, or a 10x here on your current investment if you buy in right now. So, looking purely based off the circulating supply and the kind of the tokenomics of this one, there is room for it to go up really, really nicely and make some good returns for holders that get in, right now. So, yeah, definitely appreciate that comment, because this is a new one that I haven't heard about. So, that's why I like kind of chatting with the community and seeing what else is out there, because, with so many different coins, pretty much anybody who's in crypto, everyone's familiar with the big ones, the ones that are always on CoinMarketCap. But there's all these other smaller ones that could really benefit a lot of people that you may never even hear about just because you were focused on something else. So definitely appreciate that. But Low Roller, you said I put $25 spell tokens just kind of as one of those lucky kind of coins in the holdings, hoping it reaches 50 cents this bull run. That would turn into $12,500. That would be a pretty awesome return. I certainly hope that works out for you. I believe we spoke about Speo coin on one of the previous live streams a couple months back. So yeah, hopefully that works out for you. And real quick, it looks like we've got 14 people here in the stream, so really appreciate everyone for coming in. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to Bitcoin Tips. Also, thank you to Mike and Low Roller, as well as Aaron and ES for sending in some chats here. If you do have any questions, make sure to leave a chat. We do also have the super chats available as well. If you're looking to support the channel further than liking and subscribing, it's greatly appreciated. So let's see here. Low Roller, you said how many Litecoin and Bitcoin you have on Genesis mining. Litecoin, I think there was like 3.5. Bitcoin, it was either 0.2 or 0.02. I think if it was 0.2, I probably would have fought a little harder. It might have been 0.02. So, like I said, it was a decent amount of crypto. But what they did is they removed the ability to withdraw. So I reached out to the team because they haven't sold mining power in a long time. I think they're kind of in the same boat as EOBot, as they can't get enough to sell, and they might just be taking their own mining power and mining because it's better. So I reached out to support and I said, hey, this is a situation. I signed in. I was a user of the site a long time ago, and I see I've got a balance, but I can't figure out how to withdraw. Like, what's the deal? And I went back to, they reached back out to me and said, hey, thanks for reaching out. We saw your balance. Yes, you do have Bitcoin, Litecoin. And then I had like 20 Dogecoin and some Zcash. And they said, the Dogecoin, the Zcash, that's too small to withdraw. We don't deal with that small of crypto, which I was like, that's fine. Would I like to have it? Sure. But it's, very small compared to the Bitcoin and Litecoin. I said, how do I get these? And they said, give us your wallet address for both the coins and we'll send it to you. That was a month ago. I followed up like 3 or 4 times, never heard back. So I'm guessing they don't withdraw anymore. I don't know why they would have stopped. I don't know why they took the withdrawal off the site in the first place. So my guess is they don't have the crypto, even though it shows in my account. But, unfortunately, that does seem to happen quite a bit. With cloud mining sites. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever get that, but hey, I tried. Maybe I'll reach back out again, but I don't have too high of hopes, because really there's nothing you can do. You just got to trust that eventually the support team will send it to you, which so far has not happened. All right. So, Mike, you said similar question to Aaron. What are your thoughts on BitTensor TAO? Let me look into that one, because that's another one that I don't know about. Pretty valuable coin. Yeah. See, it's again. Even this one, number 34 on the CoinMarketCap, and I didn't recognize the name or the symbol when you mentioned it. So again, it's crazy how many cryptocurrencies are out there. So, looking at this one, this one's actually really interesting to me. And like I said, I'm just seeing it for the first time. So, tokenomics, 21 million. That's the same as Bitcoin. So, again, you got to look at this and say, okay, for Bitcoin, right now, $100,000, they've got a $2 trillion market cap. Is this a $2 trillion coin? Probably not. Again, I don't know anything about it, so maybe, Mike, maybe you think it is. But I don't know. So, Bitcoin crossed over that kind of $1 trillion market cap. If we went back and looked at that oops, that was the other site here. So if we go back here and just kind of look at, the Bitcoin market cap over the years, the previous bull run maxed out at that $65,000 mark. Do we think that this TAO coin is going to be a $1.24 trillion coin? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not a part of it. If that was to be a $1.5 trillion coin, I think Bitcoin would be a $10 trillion coin, absolute minimum. So that's something to think about too. But, having a lower supply, and of course we don't have to get up into the trillions of dollars, just using that as an example, this could very easily hit, $20,000 and still have, some breathing room for other cryptos in terms of prices. If we look at like when Bitcoin hit $20,000 for the first time, its market cap was $320 billion. So, keeping that in mind, that would be putting it, in third place. Is this a third place coin? Maybe you think it's going to get to $5,000. That's pretty realistic. With such a low circulating supply, that does give it a lot of room to, really go up. And right now, there's only 7.3 million of them in circulation. So that's even better for the price of this coin. So, this one could have a lot of potential. Being priced at $708, of course, means you're probably not going to get a whole bunch of them. If you go drop $10,000 into this, that's awesome. That's great that you can do that, but you're still really only getting, between 10 and 15 coins. So when you do see it go up, it's not going to be something like a Dogecoin, a Doge on Mars, a Shiba Inu, where it goes up a little bit, and you make $1,000 in a day. With 10 coins, yeah, you'd have to see it go up, $100 in one day to get to that $1,000 day, but it's very possible. So, it's definitely a different class of cryptocurrency compared to some of those smaller meme coins, but along with that comes the actual potential for a really decently priced coin, down the line. So, and the one other thing I will look at here is it looks like it came out in November of 23, so it's just over a year old. So, there's still, really, this is its first bull run, so there's a lot of unknowns with this one as well, but it seems to be doing really well. Kind of going back to what I was saying before, you don't just accidentally find yourself in the top 50 cryptos. You got to be doing something right, have a decent community, which is a good idea, or a good indication for a coin like this. Again, we've got 13 people here. Really do appreciate everybody joining in. Again, please feel free to leave any comments in the live comments section. Always happy to help, take a look at some coins, take a look at sites, just give my thoughts on where we're at in crypto. But definitely don't want to make or leave anybody out if you do have any questions about some of the things going on in the crypto markets today. All right. So hopefully, Mike, if you're... oh, yeah, I see you just commented. So, yes, thank you. I'm glad you appreciated it. But Low Roll, you said I put $5 into Bonk meme coin last year. Already made $17 profit so far. That's awesome. Yeah, I know, again, my friend at Kevin's Crypto Tips, definitely check his YouTube channel out as well. He is a big fan of Bonk as well. Yeah, so I do get some updates from him on how Bonk is doing, but that's another awesome one as well. So, nice to hear that your smaller investment has already made a decent return. You've already, 2 or 3x your initial investment. And hey, like we said, we're just getting into the, beginning of the bull run. Not even an altcoin season yet, really. Low Roll, you said Jasmine was already 10x this bull run. I know that kind of goes back to Aaron's question. And then Low Roller said 100,000 Dogecoin now is worth $45,000. Yeah, if you were earning $45,000 a week from any site, you better be withdrawing that immediately the second it's credited. But Low Roller, thank you again for this shout out for subscribing to the channel, as well as any questions in the chat. And yeah, I definitely should contact them again. I think I sent, like I said, 3 or 4 follow-ups after, I sent over the addresses, followed up a week later and said, like, hey, just checking in, was there an issue? Because it still shows the coins in my balance. You would think if they're, trying to scam, you would send them your address, the coins would disappear from your balance, and they'd just never show up, and they'd say, oh, well, you sent us the wrong address or something. But the coins are still in my account, so there's no evidence that they tried to send it, which is weird. So
I don't really know what's going on, but yeah, I'll definitely send another email, because they never kind of they responded the one time and said it takes a while, which I don't understand how it could. They already said they saw the coins in my balance. I would expect a week to be plenty of time, for one of their team members to manually go withdraw, but maybe not. So, and you said Low Roller said Bonk is number one meme coin in the Solana ecosystem. So yeah, I know Kevin's Crypto Tips has done really well with Bonk as well. And then Low Roller, you said Bitcoin reaches 100,000 again, so we can always look at that, $100,117. Price gets harder to say as it continues to go up. So yeah, I think really the next kind of big push is going to be to 110,000. So there is still a lot of room to continue to watch this coin grow. So, Mike, yes, I'll take a quick look there in just a second. We'll circle back to XRP, but Disclosure Crypto, thank you for joining in. I really appreciate the comment. You asked to take a quick look at Gari, Gari, Gari Network. So this is another one, I will say, similar to the AXL coin that we just looked at that I have never heard of. So we'll just kind of be basing it on the charts, the current tokenomics and all of that. But currently priced at about a penny and 1.4 pennies, basically, if we could speak. Total supply, about 979 million, so just under a billion coins, with about half of those circulating right now. Looks like it's on the Solana chain, at least it has a Solana contract, so that's cool. SolScan is the explorer. Taking a look at the all-time chart, looks like it's been around since 2022 with an all-time high around 89 cents very early in 2022. So and disclosure, it says you said it's a streaming platform on Solana, so a little interested. Yeah, that again, I appreciate you sharing it because I hadn't heard about this either. So this is another one I may have to do a little bit more research in on my own, and kind of come back with a full length video. But yeah, definitely like a empowering content creators worldwide with blockchain. So that's very similar to something like a Rumble or a library coin. So, definitely very interesting. Oh, so they were involved in the FTX thing. That may be what this massive drop-off was. I see your comment there. So, yeah, that's unfortunate that's something that happened there. But, they do have potential to move back up. Currently on CoinMarketCap around 1,400, to be specific, 1,384th place. So they're pretty far down there, with a market cap of 6.72 million. There's a lot of room for this coin to grow in terms of money. I think the issue with this, in my initial thoughts, again, I've only looked at it for the time that we've been speaking about it on this stream. My initial thoughts is they need to get the word out about this coin. That's what I'm thinking is their biggest issue at the moment. But with that being said, maybe they're doing good marketing campaigns and it just hasn't reached me or other people. Like I said, Disclosure Crypto, you're the first one to mention this coin to me. So it's one of those that it could be could be just a marketing issue. Getting more people in the community is what they need to do. That's kind of my initial thoughts on it. But well, thank you. I really do appreciate the compliment there. Just kind of feel free to take any of the strategies that I'm kind of speaking about. It does work across a lot of these cryptocurrencies, and it gives you a really good kind of picture of what the coin may look like, even if you know absolutely nothing about the project. But of course, always take the time to read the website, the white papers, anything like that, if you are really thinking of investing in any of these coins. But again, thank you. I really do appreciate the additional participation in the chat. Of course, again, thank you to Mike and Low Roller for all the chats, the comments throughout the stream. And we do still have 12 people here, so thank you. This has been a great stream. Really do appreciate it. I don't know if you're returning viewers or new. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the community. Really do hope that you do like the stream and subscribe for some of the future either streams or pre-recorded content as well. But do appreciate all the participation. Mike, to circle back to your XRP question, XRP is doing really awesome. Now, I did decide earlier this year that I was going to go ahead and get some XRP as well as mine XRP through Unmineable. So really happy because I got those at about 55 cents a coin. So you can do the math here. It is up to $2.59, which is an all-time high since 2017, 2018. Now, it's not an all-time high total, but this is the highest it's been in over 5 years. So super, super awesome. Mike, I know you specifically asked about a sell point or a sell target. That, I think, is really hard to say because XRP is one of those coins. It's placed number 3 on CoinMarketCap. There is a whole bunch of information about XRP out there. Some people are saying it's going to be $10, $20, $30. Some people are saying this is the most worthless coin ever. You should not even look its direction. So, for me, obviously I have some. I think there's potential in it, and it's worked out well for me so far. But, for me, I would say if you're looking to kind of come up with a strategy, what I would say is look at how many XRP coins you have and come up with kind of price targets of where you think, it's not going to go any higher. So, maybe what you'll do is look at this and say 2018, it made it to $3.09. So if it gets to $3.09, I'm going to sell half of my XRP coin. Maybe you think it's going to go higher, maybe you don't. If you go ahead and say the break is 309, you just sell off half, keep the other half and see where it goes. That would be awesome. Maybe you want to sell off 75%. Maybe you sell off your initial investment, take those profits. It's up to you what you want to do. I hate to say, like Mike, for your answer there, I hate to say, I don't know. Of course, obviously, nobody knows the price, sell, exit, target, whatever you want to call it. But with XRP, it's so hard to determine because we've already well blown past and close to doubled the high of the last bull run. So, it's so hard to say, is it going to get to $3 and just start coming down, or is it going to, blow past that and get to $5, $6, $7? So it's really hard to say, but, I would say take the approach of selling in tiers. If you, say right now, $2.59, that's an awesome price. Take your initial investment out, hold on to what you've got, and see where it continues going. Maybe if it gets to 309, sell another 25%. You still got, however many left. That way, you've gotten all your money out, and you can't be too upset if it does crash back down, but you still have some, so you're open to making more gains as well. So let's see here. Kevin's Crypto Tips. Hey, nice to see you here. I've given you a few shout outs throughout the stream in terms of some of the coins that you're interested in. I know we talked about Bonk a little bit and baby Dogecoin and all of that, but I see you you said based on what I heard on BitTensor is the number 1 AI coin and number 2 is TARS AI. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at TARS AI because I know, let's see here. I know you've done really well with that coin, as well as, a lot of other people have too. So, looking at this one, total supply 1,000 million, that would be a billion. I'm almost positive. That's weird. So that would be 100. That was a weird way to write that. Sorry. So yeah, a billion coins. This one's got a lot of really good potential as well. Sitting right here at 291st place. Again, this is another one on Solana. So I'm kind of going back to the, kind of Solana theory that I had earlier about all the fees and liquidity and all of that. This is a great one to see. Kind of pumping up the Solana network as well. So, looking at where it's gone here, and I know I have a little bit more information on this one just because Kevin's Crypto Tips and I talk fairly often about cryptocurrencies. This one's done really well. Gone from about 5 cents all the way up to 40 cents. And, it's fairly new. It's only, from May to about, now in terms of its lifetime as a crypto. So, with that being said, this is its first bull run. It's, of course, an AI related coin. Now with AI, everybody's talking about it, whether it's ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, just AI in general with things like NVIDIA, AMD, some of like the AWS work that Amazon is doing. AI is a big thing. So I think, coins like TARS AI and BitTensor, TAO, those are ones that are in a really new space that are in a good position to get a lot of visibility. And I know TARS AI has advertised a lot on CoinMarketCap. There used to be an ad. If you go look at some of the pre-recorded videos I have, there was always an ad here for it. But, seeing what Mike said here about BitTensor being a kind of the blue chip stock, with it being priced at $704, it's much higher on the market cap, so it may get seen a lot easier. Compared to TARS AI, which is on, 291, so you're on, the third page there. So, but based off what I've seen personally, TARS AI has a very strong marketing campaign, so I think we'll kind of continue seeing new people come into this coin over time as well. So, this one, it's a good one. It's cheap, so you can get quite a few coins compared to BitTensor, and it's kind of in that same area as well. So could be a really good buy to add to the portfolio as well. And Mike, glad you appreciated the XRP strategy, with kind of where it's at. But I've definitely been coming up with my own kind of exit plans on a per coin basis, kind of with that tiered system. So you're not fully cashing out, but also, taking some of those profits that you've kind of planned for and researched and waited for the last 4 years here during the kind of slow period of crypto. But overall, low roller, I will say real quick, we're about an hour and a half in. Thank you so much to everybody who has joined in, commented, liked, all of that. I am going to get ready to wrap up the stream here in the next little bit, but I do really appreciate all the support here in the stream as well as the regular videos. But again, if you do have any last comments, questions, make sure to get them in the chat. Don't want to leave anybody hanging here, but I did want to let you know that probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes I will be wrapping up. So, low roller, you said how much 100,000 Dogecoin per week worth were you earning in 2015? I guess I don't understand the question there. Back then it was a site called Metzer. It was earning quite a bit. I don't remember if it was 100,000 a week or 100,000 a month, but it was a cloud mining site called Metzer was how I was earning it. And then Disclosure Crypto, I think we kind of talked through some of your questions with the Gari Network coin. Mike, you said, so good to see new people here. Please subscribe. Definitely appreciate the the shout out, Mike. I know you've been around for a while, but definitely really do appreciate that. Low Roller, you said Dogecoin will have a hard time reaching $1 this bull run. It'll take several times Dogecoin reach $1 for good. It's like Bitcoin having a hard time reaching 100,000. Yeah, that's very true. There's a lot of money that would need to go into Dogecoin. And again, I'm a very big fan of Dogecoin. But using the same strategy, comparing, Dogecoin based off simply just its market cap. Right now, there's 147 billion Dogecoin circulating, and there's new Dogecoin being created every single day. So right now, if it was to jump to $1 magically, that would be $147 billion market cap, which is the same as XRP right now. So that would put it right in tied for third or fourth place. I don't know that Dogecoin is a third or fourth place crypto. It's, right now it's placed in seventh, so it's not very far. But when you look at it like that, it does become kind of one of those, is this really possible? I'd love to see it, don't get me wrong. I think it is possible, but I think we need to see a lot of these other cryptos up a lot higher in value. But either way, having Dogecoin, it's a good one. It's gone up quite a bit already, so I think there's a decent amount of room for it to continue going, but we'll see what happens with it. All right. Low Roll, you said some people believe Dogecoin will reach $5 to $10 this bull run. Even people say Dogecoin reached $24. Now that is not going to happen. I firmly believe in this bull run we will not see. I don't think we'll see Dogecoin over $1.25. That maybe even $1.10. Like you said, it's going to have a real hard time breaking through the dollar mark. If it does, it might pump a little higher, $1.05, $1.10, but I don't think it's going to go much higher than that. Now, again, going back to what Mike was saying, if we end up seeing something crazy and Bitcoin's $1 million a coin, Ethereum's, $50,000 a coin, XRP maybe $10 a coin, I think those kind of coins are going to be valued at something like that if we see a Dogecoin at, $2, $3. Just simply, that's my thoughts. But, we'll see what happens with it. I think it's got a lot of room to grow still, and it needs a lot of money to do so. I mean, it basically has to double in value just to get to that dollar mark, and that's, only going to put it at about, 90-some cents right now. So about 92 cents if it was to double overnight, which that's awesome if it does, but it's got a while to go, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't think $5 to $10 is going to happen for a long time. Let's see. Low Roll, you said, what happened to your space token investment so far? Good question. I'll kind of speak to that one here just a little bit before the end. I did sell off all of my space token. I'm done with space token. The main reason being I've been invested in the space token program for about 4 years. It was probably right around 2020, maybe 2021 that I got into it, so 3 to 4 years. Unfortunately, they really did nothing but go down. I think it was a really cool idea. It was a really cool program. But after 3-4 years of really no major developments, they kind of lost my interest. The faucet, I had, a lot of really good levels and earnings from it. It's through the bonus programs of holding those coins. But, unfortunately, when your coins are just constantly going down in value, even though you're earning more through the staking, are you really earning if it's going down in value? So I still use the Dutchy auto faucet all the time, but I just no longer have the space token. And, I ultimately decided I was going to take what I had, sell it off, and get some additional cryptos that I think will do better in this bull run. I got a little bit I sold, which was on the Binance chain back when they didn't have multi-chain support. It was only Binance. So I got a little bit of Binance coin, which I decided to just hold on to, and the rest of it was on Polygon Matic. So I got some Matic coin. I figured those two coins are probably going to do better. They already have done better than Spacecoin. I don't think I've recouped what I lost in Space, but that was why I ultimately decided to just sell it and be done with it, try and recoup some of that investment in a better coin, as well as diversify the portfolio. Now I have 2 additional coins when I had 1 coin that was kind of not that great. So, will it go up in the future? I hope it does. I know they did a lot of updates to the chain, which was another reason I got out of it, because you had to convert from X space token to O space token or something, and it was kind of confusing, so I said I'm just going to sell them. But I hope they do well. Like I said, the faucet's a great site, even if you don't have the space token. And hey, if you're looking to get into the space token now, I think it's still a really good program. The main issue was I got in back when space token was 10-11 cents, and it's been less than a penny for a while, so, or right around the penny mark. But that's kind of why I ended up getting rid of those. Let's see, we touched on the TARS AI for Kevin's Crypto. Mike's 3 comments. Oh, Mike, you said amazing and successful stream. Hopefully more to come. Yeah, definitely appreciate the support. And I see Low Roll, you asked when the next stream will be. Take a quick drink there, but I do appreciate the support and the interest in future live streams. I know it's been a while since I've done one. I've been kind of short on time lately, and I've found that the pre-recorded YouTube videos have done really well, whereas live streams in the past were hit or miss. This one's been really successful. There's been a lot of people that have kind of come through and liked and hopefully subscribed. I don't see those metrics live, but hopefully I will see them afterwards and can kind of gauge how this did. So I would like to do more streams in the future, but I'll have to, let you all know. I will try and do some more over the next coming weeks, but of course, going into the end of the year, the holidays, things like that, I know people get busy, so I will try and do at least one per week, kind of going forward. If it does continue to prove to be successful, kind of going back to Mike's question from earlier, if, the metrics on YouTube indicate a bull run, I'm hoping that maybe the streams will be more successful since more people are coming in, both into the channel as a whole as well as just into crypto. So there's a lot of things I'm hoping to see come out of this one. So far, initially, it's looking like it was very successful. Mike and Low Roller, again, really appreciate it. You both being moderators and commenting throughout the whole thing. I think we got a lot of really good comments, good coin analysis, and things like that. But hopefully that kind of answers the question. I will definitely try and do a live stream again within the next week or so, just to kind of get a couple others in there and see how they're all doing. But Low Roll, you asked how much the Dogecoin was worth. I think it was like maybe $5 or $10 a day back when that was coming in. I don't remember specifically. And then you said Dogecoin to reach the third position in 2020. Reach number 3 in 2021. Well, hey, it did it once. Maybe it can do it again. We'll see. That'll be cool to see what happens with it. And you said, don't forget, when we all said Dogecoin would never reach 5 to 10 cents. When it reached 10 cents, it shocked the world. We didn't expect it to ever get to 75. So that's a very good point. Again, if Kevin's Crypto Tips is still here, he probably remembers. I think he actually sent me a text and said, hey, check your Dogecoin because it's going up. It's like 4 cents a coin. And, that was crazy to both of us because, he also used the Metzer site back then, and we were both earning Dogecoin really well. And, like you said, you kind of upset that you sold all those or traded them or got whatever back then. But, definitely a different time. So, yep. And then Matic did get a new coin called POL. They've kind of switched some things around, but definitely interesting. But hopefully they continue going up in value. So, and then hopefully the live streams continue to stay popular. I'll be interested to see the official stats on this one. But again, really appreciate everybody for stopping in. I see we still have 7 people in the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Mike, Low Roller, if you're both still here, again, thank you. Kevin's Crypto Tips, Disclosure Crypto, and ES, Aaron, some of the newer names we've seen. Again, thank you for participating if you are still here. I do hope you all enjoyed the live stream. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure to subscribe to Bitcoin Tips and click that bell icon to get notified when we do go live in the future, as well as when we have new uploads here on the channel. So again, thank you so much. I do hope you have enjoyed this live stream, and I hope everyone continues to build their crypto holdings and prepare for the next continuation of the bull run, the alt season, and more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next